When many people start off working for the state and end up on Plan 3, they're given the option to choose how much do you want to put into your Plan 3 account. Now remember that the Plan 3 contribution can't be changed, so many people are tempted to put in the full 15% because, hey, I can't change it again, I might as well put the most in. Now while I can see the thought process behind that, remember that Plan 3 is not the only place you guys can save into it. So in this video we're talking about 3 key reasons why you should not be putting 50% into Plan 3 and what other options you have to fund your retirement instead. So reason number 1 is because you can't change it. The temptation to put 50% away because you ever can't change it again may sound good until something happens in your life that you may need that extra money for. So for example, if you had a spouse that all of a sudden lost their job and you needed more money to take home, quick and easy fix would be to change your retirement contributions. But because Plan 3 doesn't allow you to do that, that's not an option. So you're stuck putting 50% away into your retirement and you feel like you may not even make it to retirement because you can't even meet your current bills. So this is also common with newer teachers. So if you're starting off new and you don't have a home yet or kids or anything like that, and your bills are quite low, the temptation to put 15% away because that's what someone older than you told you to do is there. But as you get older and you have, family, house, and just life happens in general, you may find yourself in a tight space, again, because you can't adjust that 50% contribution. Now, I'm not saying don't put 15% of your retirement. I'm just saying putting 15% in an account that's locked up where you can never change it again really reduces your options and flexibility. So reason number 2 why you shouldn't be putting 15% into Plan 3 is you don't have access to the money. So once you've made that contribution, it's in the account, that money is absolutely hands off until you separate service. So until you quit your job or retire, you can never touch that money in there for any reason. It doesn't matter if there's an emergency, if a hurricane blows the roof off your house, there's no reason that the state gives you to access those funds. Now you can gain access to retirement contributions in other separate accounts you have available to you, just not in Plan 3. And I'll talk more about those other options in a bit here. So reason number 3 why you shouldn't put 15% into Plan 3 is because of taxes. So as you know, the tax law is written in pencil and often does change. So if you're stuck putting 50% into Plan 3, which is pre-tax only, you're only utilizing one strategy for taxes in your retirement. So if you find yourself in a low tax environment like we currently are, and you're shoving money away at a very low tax rate, and you know in the future when your pension and Social Security turn on and taxes are a little bit higher, you're going to be at a higher tax rate, that's not really doing any good, and it's going to cost you a lot more money in taxes over the long run. Now, if taxes are high, pre-tax may not be a bad idea. But for the last 20 years or so, taxes have been fairly low and it hasn't been in the best interest of most state retirees to put away money pre-tax, because if you do the math and their pensions, Social Security, and other income sources line up, many people aren't really changing tax brackets, or if they do, it's by a very slim margin. So consider taxes before trying to put 50% away into an account that doesn't let you change it, and also doesn't let you access the money anytime. So if you're not going to be putting 15% into Plan 3, where else could you put the money? If you're a school district employee, you have the Deferred Compensation Plan, otherwise known as the DCP, as well as other 457 options in some cases, and you have for the 403B benefits. Both those options are available to you. They're in separate tax codes, so you actually can fully fund both of those to truly maximize your retirement savings. So instead of putting 50% into Plan 3, consider putting money in a DCP or 403B. Those accounts allow you to start, stop, increase, and decrease your contributions anytime you want to, so you can keep your flexibility. They also allow access to the funds in certain cases. DCP plan, they have hardship provisions, so in certain cases you get money out of that. The 403B has hardship and loans in many cases, so there's more ways to access the funds there. As far as taxes go, DCP is also only pre-tax, but the 403B, depending on your school district, you might have the option to do a Roth account there. So that way you can kind of pick and choose when you want to pay your taxes. So depending on what the tax brackets are doing, you can try to stay ahead of the IRS. So as you can see, putting 15% into Plan 3 may not be the best move for you. And this is a common mistake that we see. And actually, I just got done publishing a book called The 7 Money Mistakes That Washington Teachers Make. If you'd like to grab a copy of that to learn more about other mistakes that are pretty common in your career, check out the description link below to download that for free. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next week. Remember that your future depends what you do today.